Today we get to sit down with the newly hired Lions basketball coach, Salem grad, and former Lions basketball player, Jaelen Nice. Thanks for sitting down with me, Coach Nice.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Let's get started. Where have you been since you graduated from Salem?
So when I graduated from Salem, I went and played a year at Anderson University of college basketball. From there, I transferred to Purdue University, majored in biochemistry, was a practice player for the women's team there, and ended up being a graduate assistant coach for them the last 2 years.
What brought you back home?
I love Salem. I love being home. My family's here. A lot of my friends are still here. There's nothing like a southern Indiana summer, fishing and kayaking down the creeks.
The team is coming off a disappointing 1-22 record last year. What do you see as the goal for the team, and what does the team need to do to improve their record this year?
Yeah, obviously, we want to improve that. I think we got some pretty good athletes around here, so we can definitely improve upon that. We want to continue to play hard, compete harder. What I'm going to tell them is we just want to be tough to beat. We want to be tough to beat. We want to compete in every single game, play hard. We're going to guard hard. We're going to be a defensive-minded team, play fast, do a lot of five-out offense. And again, we just want to be gritty. We want to be gritty. We don't want anyone to come in here and just walk all over us. So we're going to be hard-nosed, tough to beat, and that's what I'm just going to preach to them every day.
Have you got a chance to meet the team members yet?
I got a chance to meet some of them last summer, playing some open gyms. I went and helped Coach Malloy out with some camps last year, so I'm familiar with their faces and their names. Not so much their game, but hopefully this summer we can get some open gyms going and can see how they play.
What's the main characteristic of coaching that makes you enjoy it?
I love building relationships. I love pushing kids to be better. I love pushing people to be better. I think coaches can be really important mentors for kids in their life. Sometimes they see coaches more than they do their parents, especially at the college level. I got a lot of time with our players up there, and I can attest that they helped me grow and I helped them grow. So just being able to give back and invest in other people is something that I really love about coaching.
How will your knowledge from the college game and your time as a Lions player help you and the team?
Just from being a player here, we were pretty good my last 2 years, and my sophomore year we started building a little bit. I feel like I know how to win. I know what it takes to be really good. I worked really hard in high school. I've been around a lot of really good coaches, a lot of really good players, seen how people have built themselves and the way they handle themselves from day to day. So from a high school standpoint, I can say I think what worked for me may not work for other people, but I can give suggestions, and I have a wide variety of knowledge in that regard. And from the college game, there are some sets that from the college game I may implement, different defensive strategies. We're going to be a pretty scout-based team as well. Like, we'll play hard defensively, but we'll know, take Jack Benner, for example. If he likes to get to his left hand, we'll try to keep him right. So just locking in on tendencies and knowing how to scout, being able to implement that from in practice to games and just stuff like that. The college game basketball is really not that much different from level to level. The only thing that changes is the level of athletes. So what I've picked up at Purdue and what I've picked up from things per se like Iowa's done with Caitlin Clark, maybe we can implement some of that as well.
Any nerves on game day, or do you have any routines that you do on game day, especially since it will be your first year as head coach of the Lions, where in this state, basketball is a way of life, not just a game?
Yeah, in high school, I used to always tie my left shoe before my right. It was sock, sock, shoe, shoe. So maybe I'll incorporate some of that. I used to read my Bible before every game, the same 6 verses. As a player at Purdue, my time was so thin. It was kind of just get the scout ready, make sure I'm prepped, and get on the court. But I'll probably, implement a few of the same things as far as the way I put my shoes on, and probably, I know in the later tournament games, I always like to take a seat and look on the court, just kind of look around, see where I'm at, and be present for a second, have a quiet moment, and then get them ready to go.
Jumping back to next year's squad, what are some of your goals for the year?
I think we can just improve upon holding teams under their average. I'd love to be a team that keeps a team under their average for scoring. I'd like to turn them over a lot. Like I said, just improve upon our turnovers, maybe not turn the ball over so much, taking good shots, giving up good shots for great shots, being more connected as a unit, making sure that we're teammates and classmates, and we go to the same school, so we got to have each other's back and know that we're going to be working for a common goal. The thing too is I just want them to know that I have their back too, and as long as they have mine, we'll be good. And I just want a really cohesive unit from that standpoint. The wins will take care of themselves. Wins will come. Sometimes there's a lot that goes on in the basketball game that you can't really control when it comes to wins and losses. Sometimes shots fall, sometimes they don't. But I just want us to be steady. I want us to be a steady group on and off the court.
Your first game as coach will be against a school that you know pretty well, West Washington. How do you think it will feel to walk on the Ron Smith basketball court as a coach and not a player?
It'll be different. I'm used to playing there. I'm going to want to play. I'm going to tell you, I wish I had my Kobe's on, running out there and shooting threes, making a few moves and shooting some layups. But I'm going to be excited. You know, my dad played at West Washington. I have a lot of close friends that graduated from there, know that area well. So it'll be special. Like, a lot of my family's from out there. So first game being at West Washington, that's a huge rivalry. It'll be special to kind of jump in the fire right away.
Have you added to your staff yet?
No, I'm working on that. Calling people, making some calls here.
Is there anything else you would like to say to Lion Nation?
Lion Nation, let's ride.
Again, thank you, Coach Nice, for sitting down and talking with me at the Salem Lions News Network. And good luck in the future.
Thanks.
This has been Elaine Houchin with SLNN.